Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to talk to you guys today about knowing your numbers. A little advice that I got early on and that I want to give you. Know your numbers or be doomed to lose them. All right? So I made this template for myself back when I first got started in e-commerce so that way I could track my numbers. And if you've purchased my course, this actually comes with it. So if you haven't purchased my course, the link is in one of the posts that I've posted in the group. But so I want to show you what this is so that way you can make your own if you want to, or if you do have this because you purchased it through the course, then you understand how to use it properly. So you'll see the date on the left and the day of the week. The reason why we have the day of the week is because we want to try to track if there's a correlation between day of the week and creating higher levels of revenue. For example, you notice that people shop in your store more on Saturdays or Tuesdays or whatever the case may be. It actually presented, the thing it did for me was I realized that Mondays and Tuesdays were actually slow for me. But early on, as I saw these dips on Mondays and Tuesdays, I would freak out about it. And then looking at this, as I saw that it was a trend up and down, and it just tended to be that way with my target market, then I didn't get so freaked out on Monday and Tuesday when there was a dip. I just knew that that was going to be the case, and I could work on trying to find ways to engage with people on those days a little differently so they would pay attention. So revenue, what you would do here, let's say you did $5,000 in revenue that day, so it's $5,000 in sales. Fees would be general Shopify fees and whatever apps that you have, whatever anything that's costing you other than the product itself to fulfill, or Facebook ads, anything else that costs you. So most of the time fees for $5,000, I think it's like a 2.3% fee for processing through Shopify. Plus, and Shopify can break all that down for you, but so let's see here. So we're gonna make this, let's say 150 bucks. Then, and you'll notice the numbers on the right go down or get changed as I mess with stuff. So fulfillment, usually fulfillment's gonna be about 30% of whatever your revenue is. If you priced your stuff right, it should be. So fulfillment will say 1,500. And then ad spend is usually, you want it to be no more than half of your revenue. We're going to say 2,000 here just as an example, but if it was above 2,500, then that would show me that either you're still in a testing phase or you're not optimizing your ads properly. So what I've done here in this template is the profit that you got for that day, it's automatically calculated. This ROI is your true ROI. Some people, what they do is they do ROI based on the amount of, they'll do your ad spend divided by revenue, and that gives you an ROI on your marketing budget. I like to stick to a true ROI. So what it does is it tells you how much profit you've made, your return on investment based on profit. Maybe a little less confusing, the profit margin. So of the $5,000 you made, how much is actual profit? Then what I've done, again, this is mine, you can change the template out if you want, but each week I would then pay myself 10% of whatever the profit is. So for this day I made $135 in my pocket, and then the other 1,165, I think that's right, whatever it is, that goes back into the business and I reinvest it. Now, projected cost and minimum balance. So you'll notice that this jumps to the next day. This helps me track what my cost is going to be the following day. So when I go in and I look at fulfillment, because you never really know what this is going to be for fulfillment or ad spend, but you do know that your next day is probably going to be around the same, then my system can show me, okay, make sure you know that tomorrow is going to cost about $3,500 based on what you did today. So if you don't make any changes, that's how much it's going to cost you. And then, in addition, what I've done is I realize that, especially if there's any delays, in paying out from Stripe or PayPal or Shopify or whatever the case may be, I also wanted to keep a reserve so I knew how much money to have on hand to continue to run my business, so that way there were no delays. I didn't get shut off because Facebook couldn't process my payment, whatever the case may be. So I recommend at least 2 times whatever your projected cost is to be your reserve to be able to run ads consistently. Sometimes what you'll see, especially with Stripe, is they won't pay you on a Saturday or a Sunday. So if the last time they paid you was Thursday and you need to run ads Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then they'll pay you again on Monday, you need 3 days worth of reserve there in order to make sure that your ads don't get shut off. And you don't want your ads to get shut off, because sometimes what will happen is Facebook, when you turn them back on, Facebook will throw it back into learning mode, and then you're kind of starting over again. Not completely, but it can give you some hiccups regarding performance. So that's why I have this here. I recommend at least twice your projected cost in this one, if not 3 times or more. Really just depends on the relationship you have with your payment processor and how often they give you your money. So this, hopefully this helps you guys go, and then you can just, at the bottom down here, you can make multiple pages and all that kind of stuff. But again, if you got my course, then you have this ready and available to you. If you didn't get my course, then you can try to duplicate this if you'd like. If you go jump in and get the course, I can just give this to you. If you have any questions on it, then let me know. And that's all I got for today. Again, know your numbers or you're doomed to lose them. I can guarantee if you're not tracking your progress and tracking your numbers, then you're going to lose in profitability. You're not going to know where your money's going. You're not going to know what to invest in. You need to pay attention to your numbers. So that's all I got for today. I will see you guys here tomorrow.